Did you know that the Ottoman Empire, which lasted for over 600 years, is one of the longest-lasting empires in history? Quite a feat, isn't it? This impressive empire had humble beginnings, founded by Osman I in the late 13th century. Osman I, a leader of the Turkish tribes in Anatolia, started to consolidate power in the region, setting the stage for an empire that would leave an indelible mark on history. This expansion wasn't sudden or accidental, but a gradual process. Osman and his successors used a combination of military conquests, diplomacy, and strategic alliances to increase their territory and influence. Speaking of influence, let's talk about the Ottoman capital. It wasn't always Istanbul, as we might assume today. No, the first capital was Bursa, a city in northwestern Turkey. As the empire grew, the capital shifted to Edirne, another city in Turkey's European part, but the game changer came in 1453. That year, Mehmed the Conqueror, a title well earned, may I add, led the Ottoman forces to take Constantinople, the Byzantine Empire's heart. The city, known today as Istanbul, became the empire's new capital. This conquest not only marked the end of the Byzantine Empire, but also catapulted the Ottomans to the forefront as a major power in the region. Imagine that for a moment. An empire starting from a group of small Turkish tribes in Anatolia, evolving into a formidable force that would eventually span 3 continents. Europe, Asia, Africa, all had regions under the Ottoman rule, shaping the course of history in these areas. The stage was set for an empire that would span across 3 continents and shape the course of history. But as with any great story, this was only the beginning. The Ottoman Empire's tale is filled with remarkable rulers, grand conquests, and a legacy that resonates to this day. But that's a story for another time. For now, we leave the empire at the cusp of its greatest glory, with Istanbul as its shining capital. Enter Suleiman I, also known as Suleiman the Magnificent, who took the empire to its pinnacle. This man, this ruler, isn't just known for his military prowess, but also for his dedication to the arts and his discerning sense of justice. Suleiman's reign, spanning from 1520 to 1566, marked the zenith of Ottoman power. But it wasn't just about expanding territories or winning battles. Suleiman was a man of vision, and he knew that the strength of an empire lay not just in its military might, but also in the hearts and minds of its people. Known for his sweeping legal reforms, Suleiman was a ruler who believed in justice and order. He codified Ottoman law, ensuring that it was based on fairness, equality, and the principles of the Quran. His laws were so influential that they remained the cornerstone of the Ottoman legal system for centuries, earning him the moniker the lawgiver among his people. But the Suleiman wasn't all about law and order. He was a patron of the arts, a lover of beauty, and a believer in the power of culture. Under his reign, the arts flourished like never before. He commissioned grand architectural projects and supported the work of artists, musicians, and poets. This cultural efflorescence became known as the Ottoman Renaissance, a period marked by extraordinary creativity and intellectual vigor. And let's not forget his military campaigns. Suleiman led his troops into battle, extending the empire's reach into Europe, Asia, and Africa. His victories at places like Belgrade and Rhodes further cemented the Ottoman Empire's status as a formidable force. Yet, despite his military successes, it was Suleiman's dedication to justice, his patronage of the arts, and his visionary leadership that truly set him apart. He was a ruler who understood that the power of an empire lay not just in its ability to conquer, but also in its capacity to inspire, to create, and to uphold the principles of justice and fairness. Under Suleiman, the Ottoman Empire was a beacon of military might and cultural richness, a testament to the power of a leader who saw the value in both the sword and the pen. In a world often marked by religious intolerance, the Ottoman Empire stood out for its acceptance and respect for religious diversity. This was largely due to a unique system of governance called the millet system. The millet system was a groundbreaking approach to governance. that allowed various religious communities to regulate their own religious, educational, and civil affairs. This system, introduced in the 15th century, was a testament to the empire's inclusive vision, embracing a patchwork of cultures and religions under its rule. It provided the Christian, Jewish, and other non-Muslim communities the freedom to live by their own laws, speak their own languages, and follow their own customs, while still being part of the Ottoman Empire. It was a system of governance that was both tolerant and pragmatic. The Ottomans recognized that to maintain control over such a vast and diverse empire, they had to accommodate and respect the various religious and ethnic groups within their borders. This approach allowed them to ensure stability, peace, and prosperity in a region that was often characterized by religious and ethnic strife. The millet system was more than just a political strategy. It was a reflection of the Ottoman Empire's cosmopolitan ethos. It was a testament to their understanding that an empire's strength lies not in uniformity, but in its ability to embrace diversity. At a time when religious intolerance was the norm, the Ottoman Empire championed a different way. They demonstrated that it was possible to build a powerful empire not through forced assimilation or religious oppression, but through acceptance, respect, and tolerance. In doing so, they created a society where people of different faiths and cultures could live together, contribute to the empire's growth, and shape its identity. It was a society where diversity was not seen as a threat, but as a source of strength and richness. In essence, the Ottoman Empire's millet system was a pioneering experiment in multiculturalism and religious tolerance. It was a testament to the empire's progressive approach towards religious diversity. It challenged the conventional wisdom of its time, and in many ways continues to challenge our understanding of what is possible when we choose tolerance over intolerance and acceptance over exclusion. The millet system was a testament to the empire's progressive approach towards religious diversity. Like all great empires, the Ottoman Empire too had to face its decline. The late 17th century marked the beginning of this downward spiral. An empire that had once spanned 3 continents and shaped the course of history for centuries found itself grappling with myriad challenges. The military prowess, which had once been the empire's backbone, began to falter. The Ottomans suffered several military defeats, losing territories that had once been under their control. Economic issues compounded these military setbacks. The empire, which had once been a hub of commerce and trade, found itself economically strained. Internal strife and corruption further destabilized the empire, eroding the very foundations it was built upon. To counter these challenges, the Tanzimat reforms were introduced in the 19th century, aimed at modernizing the empire. These reforms sought to centralize the administration, modernize the army, and reform the legal system. But despite these efforts, the empire continued to weaken. The empire's decline was further hastened by its involvement in World War I. The Ottomans sided with the Central Powers, a decision that would prove to be disastrous. After the war, the victorious Allied powers partitioned and dismembered the empire. The once mighty empire was reduced to a mere shadow of its former self. Yet even in its dying days, the empire showed a remarkable resilience. The Turkish War of Independence, led by Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, saw the birth of the Republic of Turkey in 1923. This marked the official end of the Ottoman Empire. The sun was setting on the Ottoman Empire, but its legacy was far from forgotten. Though the empire had fallen, its impact was indelible. Its influence on art, culture, and governance could still be seen in the successor states that emerged from its ashes. Even in its downfall, the empire left a lasting imprint on the sands of time. The Ottoman Empire may have ended, but its influence is still felt today. The Ottomans left an indelible imprint on the world, shaping culture, art, architecture, and governance in ways that reverberate through the centuries. Their architectural achievements are still admired today, with structures like the Hagia Sophia and the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul standing as monumental testaments to the empire's grandeur. These masterpieces not only showcase the Ottomans' architectural prowess, but also their rich cultural heritage and the fusion of Byzantine and Islamic influences that characterized the empire. But the legacy of the Ottomans extends beyond architecture. The empire's influence permeated every aspect of life, shaping Turkish culture, cuisine, and language in profound ways. Ottoman Turkish, the official language of the empire, evolved over the centuries, absorbing words, phrases, and rules from Arabic and Persian. This linguistic legacy is still evident in modern Turkish, which bears the imprints of its Ottoman predecessor. Cuisine is another realm where the Ottoman influence is unmistakable. The empire's rich culinary tradition, influenced by a myriad of cultures within its borders, evolved into what we now recognize as Turkish cuisine. Dishes like baklava, dolma, and kebabs are culinary legacies of the Ottomans, savored by food lovers around the world. Beyond these cultural contributions, the Ottoman Empire also left a significant territorial legacy. After its dissolution, the empire's former territories were carved up among several successor states. These include modern-day nations like Turkey, Iraq, Syria, Jordan, and Lebanon, all of which bear the historical imprints of the Ottoman era in their governance, culture, and societal structures. In terms of governance, the empire's millet system, which allowed diverse religious communities to govern their own affairs, is seen by some historians as a precursor to modern-day concepts of multiculturalism and pluralism. The Ottoman Empire may be a chapter in history, but its influence continues to shape the present and will undoubtedly echo into the future.